Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sex and Mentality with your girl Aisha on the Mental Wealth Lifestyle Network. I am here with all these kings. I feel so special because I'm here with these kings. So we're going to have an episode called Men Uncensored. So disclaimer alert. You never know what's about to come out of their mouth. So you never know what they're about to say. If one just get up and walk off, just be with us. We'll come right off that. Okay, so hang with us for this show because you just never know. So, hey guys, I'm going to let y'all introduce yourself. This is
Mario, Anthony, Cedric.
Oh, Cedric, sorry. Last time I called him Sissy. His nickname. So guys, let's go. Let's just jump in it. We're going to be talking about what y'all views on many, many topics. So be honest. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
He loves it. Another disclaimer, y'all don't hate BA after this episode. He's really a good dude.
Right, ski
mask, so y'all wouldn't recognize him in the street. So, okay. So first question. What do men consider hoeing versus a woman that's a little bit freaky and know what she wants? There you go. So what is the difference? Is she considered a hoe, or is she just freaky and she know what she wants?
Okay. If you get danced around like prison girl, you want
that prison show.
I mean, like, that's just keep it 100.
Okay.
Like, and then my thing is, some think that, oh, when I'm single, I can do what I want to do. Yeah, you're right. But you single and you messing with 5, 6 different dudes. Prison girls.
Okay. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all things before I get mine.
I kind of disagree. I don't really call a woman who's promiscuous, who's single, a hoe. I call that just as we do it as men, so I'm not going to discredit a woman for doing it. Now, I think that if you're in a small area in a small town and your name is tribal, you have to wear that as well. Yeah, because women can sleep who they want to sleep with.
Yeah, for sure.
But men marry who they want to marry. I'm definitely not going to marry a female who has a larger body count. But again, hoeing is one of those loose terminology we use as men to identify women who are a little bit more promiscuous than what we would like. I don't consider it hoeing. Now, if you're in a relationship with me and you step outside, definitely I believe you have some issues. But I don't know. I'm not really big on calling a woman a hoe for spinning a block. See what you got.
Sexy. See this fine. You see this fine. The question was, what's a hoe and what's freak?
So what's the difference of a woman just knowing what she wants, a little bit freaky, versus she's a hoe?
Okay. Know what she wants or freaky, that can happen with one person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then sleep on multiple people.
Mm-hmm. That's
a hoe. I mean, but that man would be a hoe too.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. That ain't no difference. The same thing, though. But yeah, that's where I guess the double standard comes in, where it's okay. We the king of the hill because we done slept with X, Y, and Z. If she sleep with X, Y, and Z, that's the part that's frowned upon because I think like he was referring to, I think women want to get married more. So it's just like, okay, you want to get married, but who's going to want to marry you with that many bodies on you? Prison girl. Right. So I think that's where the double standard comes in.
That's the one thing I was going to touch on is the double standard. Yeah. So when men is out there and they're sleeping around with women, they just living their best single life. But when But when women are out there doing it, oh, well, that's where the titles come, the thoughts, the hoes, whatever the title is going to be, that's where we get the title. But yet we can't just be out there living your best single life because that's where the title is coming. So I do feel like it's a double standard. I believe that it's frowned upon more when women do it. But it's like, oh, you good if you a man and you out there doing, you just living your best thing life until you find the one that you didn't sleep with because you just sleeping with them random chicks. So the one you marry is the one that you're not out there hoeing with. It's the one who you want to marry, not knowing that the one that you chose, she was home with other dudes. She just said, no. Let me just throw that out. Let me throw that out there. Because a good, smart woman don't do it in the public. Their business is not out there. So you don't know what she doing. You don't know how she moving, how she shaping. That's why we don't have those titles. However, the ones who don't care and they not mature enough and they do it out in open, that's when the hoes and the thoughts and all that stuff come in. And men are hoes too.
Because you trying to tell me something?
What I'm trying to say is that y'all raised me because when I was raised, I whole bunch of men, and so I have a very masculine mentality. Judge your best friend. But it's a double standard, and so I do think that it's frowned upon more for women than men.
And I also think, it's more of like, I guess why women is looked at different, because women have, said something precious down there. You know what I'm saying? They have said, I got something precious down there.
The vajayjay.
Yeah, the vajayjay is very precious. You getting that box beat on by Mike Tyson and Roy Jones and everything, the box is getting beat up so much. The value is coming, the property value is coming down. Whereas if a man's doing it, we just smash it.
We as men, we're looking at we want traditional women,
no doubt,
in a new age setting, and so it's tough to try to choose your battles of which one you're going to get. We want our women to be traditional, but we also want our women to be freaky. And in order for our women to be freaky, they're gonna have some body gear. So I think when we call a woman a whore or a slut or whatever, it's because we're thinking in a traditional manner. We're thinking like my grandma and my mama didn't spend a lot. Aisha said her correct. We don't know what they did. They just were a little bit more mature about it. You know what I mean? They hit it a little bit better.
Free nigga who.
Yeah, free nigga who.
All of them.
My mom is done that.
I went down there. My aunties and them. They might be gone there.
Yeah.
My mama wasn't.
Yeah. And that's the only reason why we have a double standard is because men look at women in the traditional sense. Who are our wives and even whores. I've got, even the girls that are out there as a man, we still want that one woman to be ours. As men, we're territorial. So any woman messing with any other guy besides us is always going to be considered a whore or whatever in our brain. We have to recreate our brains and say, listen, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if we're doing it and we're not committed, then of course they can do it as well.
But even say like y'all talking, because there's stages to leading up to relationships. So like if y'all just talking to get to know each other, but y'all dating other people and y'all being with other people, is y'all still frowning upon the woman because she's still sleeping around with other people, but yet y'all still sleeping around with other people? Because it's no title. So y'all don't have no title. So what's the difference?
So when you work for a company, right? This is the best analogy I can use in this case. If we're in a relationship, this is a company, right?
Y'all not in a relationship though, man. Y'all just talk.
If we're talking, we're in a relationship.
But yeah, you're still
in the interview. If you're in the interview process, I guess. No, you got the job. No, you got the job.
Okay.
Now what you're looking for is a promotion.
All right.
So if we're talking, you got the job already. If I'm taking you out, we're spending time together. Again, it goes back to that. There is a little double standard because women have an emotional connection where men just have a physical connection. I want my woman to have an emotional connection with me and a physical connection. And you can't get that if a woman is dealing with multiple men. Because they give that to every man they deal with.
Stop.
I think if you're able to do that as a woman, you're a very dangerous woman, and I wouldn't want that. If you're able to disconnect emotionally, I wouldn't want that anymore.
So why is it okay? Because once again, she's interview process. You're still sleeping with other females, but you want her to be committed to you and emotionally attached to you. However, you're not physically committed to. Now, even though men are not emotional creatures, I do have emotions. So there's something emotionally attractive to that woman that you have her in that state, sitting, waiting, pondering, meditating on you, just on you, but you're not sitting, wondering, pondering, meditating just on her because you got the little girls on this side because you're not fully committed to her. So why is it okay for you to do that? But the woman, she might, if you're doing it and we don't have no title, you haven't passed that letter to me like, would you be my boyfriend? Check yes, whatever I say. But anyway, we haven't talked about being in a relationship. We haven't talked about being in a relationship. So why is it okay for the woman to sit and technically wait until you say I am your woman, but you're not waiting because you're still messing around with Nene in there?
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go first. Okay.
I just look. You had so many thoughts running through my head, so you get me. But I think in that process, a woman will, when she's ready, she'll eliminate everybody else when she's ready. When we can tell her, hey, we're just friends. This isn't going there. And so, no matter what you tell her, she'll cut everybody off and you'll be it. That's your girlfriend. She just doesn't have a boyfriend. Because you already told her, hey, we're friends. So she's moved on in her head. Yeah. And you're like, no, I'm still out here. I might not say I'm out, but I'm saying we're friends, which means I'm out here.
Which means I'm so in the streets.
So I think that's probably what I've seen to me. That's what I'm more in my life. Just like, no, I'm cool. We're children. We're friends. Or we just got everything we're trying to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you like how it is. In our culture, and when we're saying our culture, like the black culture, all males have an alpha male mentality. A black male is going to have an alpha male mentality. So women look for an alpha male. That's I think black women are born and bred to find a male who can, and I'm not saying this in the most, I not always sound misogynistic or egotistical, but I believe women are put here to look for a partner, an alpha male who can guide and lead that correctly. As a man, our brain only thinks reproduce. And in order to reproduce, you have to have a way. Sex with multiple women. Now, that's why I said it's a huge double standard. But as a woman, you look for an alpha male. So if you are dating or in an interview process with a male, that male should get all your attention. Because I don't feel like a woman can. If a woman has multiple men she's dealing with, she can't really decipher who's the alpha male. Because she's going to see every male as the same. To me. I know since why. But that's how I truly believe. I believe we as a men, we're alpha males and we look for women, different women to reproduce. Doesn't mean we're not gonna settle down and marry one woman, because that's our goal as well. But we can date different multiple women and still have the idea that we want one woman. I don't think a woman can do that.
And wow. Comment before I come.
Wow.
Okay, so speaking from a very independent woman, I feel like a woman can do that. I do believe that a woman do say, look, to go for the alpha male, somebody who's going to lead them, protect them. I do believe that. But I also believe just like the man have a trait to say, okay, even though I may be talking to 2 or 3 men, in my mind, I know who I really want. In my mind, I know who I'm holding. But he's saying, we're just friends. Okay, we're just friends. In my mind, once you tell me friends, I'm still single. So even though he might be the man that I'm interested in, he might be the man that I'm hoping for, right? If he just wants to be a friend, I cannot sit here and meditate, think about, write on notebooks. I can't sit here and say, "Ooh, girl, when I get married to him, my dress gonna be pink." No, we're not doing that. I can't sit here on him because he might not ever want to move past that friend thing because he may not be ready. But I'm not gonna limit myself to that one guy. So for me, I can talk to multiple men and only be emotionally attached to one person that I know that I'm really interested in. And when I say talk to, I'm not saying sexual, because come on now,
that's part of it.
That is, but it's not always. It is, but it's not always. When I say I can have multiple male friends. It don't have to be always sexual. However, I may know one person that I'm interested in, one person that has my emotional connection, but he's just not ready. Well, I'm not gonna sit and meditate and sit in my little box saying, okay, is today gonna be the day? He gonna knock on my door today. Oh, he gonna call me and say it's time today. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I don't do that.
So when we don't do that, or you don't do that, do we settle for what's available?
No, I don't settle.
But that's what you want. But he's not ready.
He's not ready.
So you entertain the others. So if that's not settled, what is?
It's not settling me because if I give it a time limit, I'm gonna come back to you eventually. Within it could be 2 months, a month, and I'm gonna be like, hey, so let's have this conversation because I'm really feeling you, and you know you're really feeling me. And so what are we going to do? If he said, I'm really not going to be within now that I have to work on that emotional disconnect. We cannot be friends because now I got to disconnect from you and move on because my heart can't be tied to one person, their heart not tied to me.
I think the two don't correlate. I think like when you go back to you saying you're an independent woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I hear independent woman, I hear a woman who doesn't take no for an answer, chases her goals, makes it happen regardless. But then in the same sense, you say if you like a man that you want, you'll give up if it doesn't fit in your time period.
I'm not giving up, but I'm not going to sit here and stay emotionally tied for him forever.
So why not work harder?
I will, but I'm not gonna sit here and be dormant. Y'all know. Why is it okay for y'all to not be dormant?
Because our brain.
Because your brain
totally always says reproduce. And we constantly need to. We're constant as a man. We're looking for our one mate as well.
But wouldn't that be considered the traditional way of thinking?
It would be. It definitely would be. I don't understand why we can't have traditional ways of thinking with a new age ridge to it. You know what I mean?
So then it's not fully traditional because it has that new age risk. Because fully traditional wouldn't be doing none of the new age stuff.
What is it a new age?
Women with prison jobs. the multiple partners.
Traditionally, you would just in that talking stage, you're just getting into that one person, and you're with that one person to see it out, whether it work or no. You're focused on that one person. But the new age is saying, well, hey, I don't have to focus on that one person. I can date more because I'm single. That's what single life is it not?
Unfortunately, it's a double standard.
It's very much so.
It's unfortunately like it. And I'm not saying it to be like proud, but unfortunately it is.
The next question we're gonna go on, we're gonna touch a little bit about how can y'all ever forgive a woman if she cheated on you guys?
Yes, absolutely.
How does it look like that forgiveness?
It depends. It all sums down to you got to give me. Look, I'm just like hell no. For me personally, it's a scenario.
Okay.
It's a scenario type situation. If you and your girls are in common, y'all getting lit and drunk, you slip up. That can be forgiven. That can be forgiven to me.
So it can be forgiven if y'all on vacation. So y'all on vacation together.
No.
Oh,
If you know it's me and I'm present,
Okay.
yeah, you might not make it back. You might come back in the suitcase.
Oh, well, I'm out. You talking about on vacation?
Yeah, girls. Yeah, it's like different scenarios. You're with your people and you get drunk and something happens, boom. Versus you putting time and effort, being sneaky. Like I believe some things happen in a moment that you really can't, fight off. Like, so I believe in moments and then I believe in progression. Like if you're, being sneaky, your co-worker, your work husband, that stuff like that.
I mean, that's it.
That can't be forgiven. Yeah.
Okay. I have to break that.
You got work husband. That can't be forgiven.
That can't be forgiven.
No. That's a settle.
But
That's a settle. That's a settle. That's important.
But in your scenario, if the girl, so if I go out to Mexico with my girls and we out there, we just popping bottles out there, taking shots, and I slip up and I cheat, it's okay because it's in the moment. Because you have to see right over here. You have to right.
Don't say
it's not okay. It's not okay, but it's acceptable.
It can be it's not acceptable. It can be forgiven.
It can be forgiven because
we can work through.
I was popping bottles and the alcohol messed my
women. I always equate women to emotional connection.
So the alcohol just kind of played to that. So I'm gonna move on to CC because you got him crying. CC, can you forgive a woman that cheats?
Can you forgive? Yeah, you can forgive.
Can you move on and still be with her? Because in my mind, I feel like you want to say hell no.
So, yes. Right. And it's because I don't think you have to. Mm-hmm. I mean, because I took my time to pick that one. And it was just like, oh, okay, it didn't work. You must not be the one. Because there's another one waiting. So I don't feel like I really have to. Now you got to be like soulmate, not just somebody like, you'll work, you'll do. But I feel like there's a lot of good women that's waiting for the opportunity. That's not going to cheat. That's not going to mess up. That's not going to put me in that position. Mm-hmm. So, even though I could, I don't know if I would have to.
Okay. Would it be difficult if you felt like you had to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going to be able to move on? I mean, because if you choose to still be with her, because anybody who cheats, if you choose to still be in that relationship, you do have to move on from it. Like you do have to put it in your mind, I'm not going to bring it up no more. We're going to work past this. Could you do that? Like every time you look at her, are you going to think that every time she go out with her friends to Cozumel, is you going to think that she getting popping bottles?
Oh, ain't no more Cozumel. That's going to be on her. That's going to be on her. That's going to be her to make me as comfortable as possible. Mm-hmm. Her friends call and say, hey girl, we want a girls trip. I'm not going. Mm-hmm. Like, so it's on the woman to make the man. I'm definitely not gonna badger you. I'm not gonna like beat you up, implement new rules and new restrictions because a mistake is a mistake. And I mean, sometimes mistakes are made. So I'm not gonna hound you over a mistake. But I will expect for you to rectify that mistake by any means necessary. So if you want me to track it, that's on you. I'm not going to bring it to the table, but you definitely should.
No, so you're not going to bring it, but you just wait for me.
I'm just waiting.
That GPS thing.
Because I don't trust myself. Now I need to be micromanaged in a certain, in some shape or form. I need to be micromanaged.
That's what you wait for her to say.
But I'm not going to give up on a woman that I feel like I fell in love with and I put time effort and energy into over one situation. Now, if it continues to happen, but I'm not. Every woman that you have is an investment. I don't like giving up on an investment because I didn't get the return that I wanted. What I wanted. Sometimes you still gotta put in a little bit more. You gotta give it a little bit more time, a little bit more energy.
Hold on. You sound like I work. You see, like he does zero like that zero.
Yeah, you
did. But they feel about that.
You could.
Yes, sir. What can you forgive a woman for cheating?
Yeah, I have. And I have. But you know, like being, like Anthony said,
Gotta talk up a little bit.
like Anthony said, you know, now you gotta make me feel. Now you gotta make me feel secure in this relationship. Like you gotta make me feel like it ain't gonna happen again. But because in my mind, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna feel like it ain't gonna happen again. So you better do everything you can to make sure it don't. Because if I let it slide the first time and it happen again, I'm gonna ask you 2 questions. You want the salami or the red rice?
Hey, but listen. Hey, listen. Here's a really good follow-up question to that level. Here's a really good. As a man, here's a really good follow-up question. Do we get our lick back?
I was just about to ask that. Do y'all feel like that y'all gotta do it too because she cheated?
You don't have to. You don't, because I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. All that whole, my lick back this, my lick back that ain't gonna do nothing. I'm telling you, once you start lick backing or whatever they call it, back licking, man, the relationship is done, bro. It's done. I'm telling you, it's either you gonna forgive that person and pray or move on. I'm telling you, because once you get your lick back, and then once you get your look back and your girl, your man, they feel like, you know what I'm saying, you supposed to have forgave them, and then you turn around and got your look back, and they mind now, he ain't really forgive me. Now I gotta get my look back. And it's just gonna be a reoccurring thing. So the relationship is done. So it's either you gonna forgive that person and move on with it, or just move on. Cause like I said, you want the salons or the rape house?
Neither, sir. Neither.
So at this point,
Free all the black men.
free all the you know what I mean? So I'm telling, like, the whole, and people are, man, I see this on the internet all the time. We all from, basically same area. Y'all see it on Facebook. Oh, well, shoot. I tell you what, my baby daddy or my baby mom, I got my lick back. I got my lick back. Yeah, you posting this on Facebook. And a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying, these people that be posting this mess be with that person they with. Now you don't posting this on. Oh yeah, I had to get my look back. Now he and his mom. She trying to disrespect me on the internet right here. Now it's on. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta get my lick back, lick, whatever you know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, the relationship. So it's just better to either move on or forgive, because once you start licking, it's over.
Do you feel like the guy got a cheat back?
No, absolutely not. As a black man, you definitely don't do it.
Because black men don't
that part. And we give them what they don't expect. I love the fact that if we're in a position of power, we definitely know, because we put ourselves in the same level as them. So we gotta stay up. So we don't do it. We don't do it, fellas. We do get rid ups.
Oh, I'm with him. I mean, based on the same thing I just said. Let me interject one more thing. If I give 100%, I gave you all I got. I'm good to walk away with that. Yeah, I don't feel like I gave you 100%. You went out there, okay. I'll go back into that situation. But if I gave you 100 the first time, I'm gone.
When it comes to relationship, guys, do y'all feel like y'all judge y'all woman more? Like, do y'all hold her to a higher standard?
Of course.
Why?
Because she's everything I'm not.
She my woman.
She's the better half. She's the better half. She's the most morally incorrect or correct, the most emotionally correct. Like, she's the better half. She's the balance. She's the yin to my yang.
She ain't this prison draw.
She's not that you know of.
That you know good for.
That's your hope.
So why was your right now?
That's your hope.
I'm not high.
But according to BA, if y'all choosing a woman that y'all want behind closed door, you want your woman to be freaky with you, right? Well, she has to learn them skills. Don't you have to learn those freaky? Because you're not born with these skills.
I don't know.
I mean, they got
Yeah. Okay. She just for her whole life, she just watching porno. Like, when my husband comes, this is what I'm already ready.
I don't know.
That's the virgin.
They be trying
to say more.
What did Chinese baby say? She said, "What do you mean your mother didn't teach you how to cook? She didn't teach you how to suck." But you know how to do that.
right.
No, but of course we're gonna hold our woman to the highest.
Yeah.
You know, that's our prize. As a man, our woman is our prize. We want to flaunt and show our prize to every other man in the room. So if every other man is capable, can get our woman, she's not a prize. So we can't hold it to a higher standard.
I always stuck by if you can take her, you can have her because she won't even want for again. Yeah. Regardless of what situation I'm in.
Right.
Whether I'm married, not married, if you can take her, then she's yours.
Yeah.
But just know.
What situation? Do you hold your woman to be a higher standard?
For some reason, I think he does.
I feel like he's gonna have a good story.
Yes. For some reason, I'm thinking he's more of a 50-50 guy.
Oh, no. It's 100, 100.
Yeah.
It's 100. The pie.
The pot.
Yeah.
Everything she got. I don't have she got it. But my woman, yeah. No, I definitely agree with both of y'all. She was something special. So we definitely hold her high because we know us better than everybody else does. And so she gets to deal with us when nobody else sees it.
Yeah.
She's definitely something special. And so we definitely hold her higher to anything else because we be something else.
That's true.
Because we one way right here, but when we go home, you're like, wow, you still with me, you still rocking with me, you still got me, you still holding me down,
Right.
no matter what. So I definitely hold her higher in all regards.
That's why women cannot cheat. You see that?
Exactly.
See how it goes in times? That's why women cannot cheat. We put our time and energy into making our women our most prized possessions. And you give it to somebody else. Can't cheat. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Prison draw.
You can't do it. You're prison draw.
So the woman past is questioned when it comes to relationship. Because her past could be that she had prison trouble. That's her past. She could be out there having hot girl summer, spring, fall, winter. Could be her past. But once you found her, once she, man, find a wife, find a good thing. So once you found her, and she also connects with you, her past, you still judging what she did in her past?
Not right. Their past is their past. Now, if we're dating and Mario comes to me and say, "You know I got it first, my boy," then we're gonna have issues. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be like,
Oh, but
That might-
y'all dating in a small town.
That's why you go outside.
No, that's why you just.
Because when you're dating in a small town, 9 times out of 10, your friends, friends, that might have talked to your person.
That's fine.
And in some situation, your cousin one too far removed could have talked to her.
Yeah. So
I mean, we talking about if you live in a small town.
you gotta think about it. All towns. When you think about a town, all towns are small. All towns, just the town. All towns are small. So, I mean.
So in that situation, are y'all judging her past? Because at the moment that y'all connect, the moment that you say, this is who I want to be with, this is the person that I'm going to date with a purpose. His past and my past.
I mean, if she would have hit everybody in the town already, I mean,
she didn't hit you, and that's all that matters.
Okay. So if it's 9 individuals in the town, half and half.
I'm being timber.
Half and half now. Now I don't know.
It's the past.
It's the past.
She's letting those people no longer exist. Those people no longer exist.
Okay. Well, we just gotta move to another town.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Just gotta move to the next town.
it is what it is. It's whatever you did before. If I can get past it and continue dating you, then you're in there. Now, if I see or hear something that I don't really agree with, then of course I'm gonna cut it down and cut it short. But once we get to that point where I like you, any male who dates a woman, or again, we're alpha males, black men are super territorial. So once we put you in our boat, then you become one of ours, or you become ours. It doesn't really matter what you did. It's only about what you do.
Okay.
So, as long as it ain't happening, as long as it happens.
Don't spin the block.
You spin the block. So yeah.
Have you spin a block in the past?
Yeah, if you go back to the future,
Going back to the future.
you go back to the future, we don't have a problem. So yeah.
CZ, do you judge her past?
Yes. Yeah. I judge the past and I make a decision.
Okay.
And based on that past, whether I want to move forward or not, I think we all do it. I think we have to find that one where we're willing to overlook. And sometimes it just comes to time. We might be at a time where we're like, oh, it's cool now, or your past might be your last week when you were spinning the block. I need 2 years on that. So I definitely do it, or did it. So, and I just chose to take it or leave it where else.
I think I'm overconfident. I think that's probably my issue why past doesn't matter, because I think I'm uber confident in myself that nobody ever had a match up to me. So it's like, that's why past really doesn't matter to me. Like, if you mess up, you messed up. Because I'm him. So, you mess up, you mess up. Don't put it bad, you know what I mean? For a night of fun, but right. It's a situation.
I feel like when it comes to the past, I'm kind of like, I go kind of with all y'all. I think it depends on what the past is. I think it depends on the past, and then from there, I can make that decision. But it has to be an open communication. Like I'm very open. You ask me a question, I'm very honest with you, because you're not even gonna have to. I don't want you to worry about, oh, Aisha didn't tell me but her girl told you. No. Let's have this open conversation. Now, I don't want to know how many you had in your bag.
Yeah.
I don't care to know. It's not my business. Okay. But I should need to know numbers. I don't need to know numbers. I don't want to know numbers. No, because that's a surefire way for me to be like, I'm good. I don't want to be number 252,000. I don't want to do that. So I don't want to know numbers, because I know all of us got past. We all not out here living like saints. So I don't need to know. I know that you have a past, but we can talk about maybe the struggles or what caused that breakup, or what, like, are you a murderer? I need to know, like, we need to talk about these things, like what you bring in, because when you're in a relationship, two bring stuff to the table, and I need to know your stuff on this table. before we move on. And vice versa. You need to know my stuff that I'm bringing to the table, or what I've done in my past, or what I don't like, what you like. So I think past due plays kind of part.
Numbers is tricky.
Yeah. Numbers is very tricky. And
because it's based on the average.
But
if they say a 3,
that means women judge men off of their sexual partner. I would think women judge men off of their, their potential, their credit, their finances,
it's based on the average.
That's where you're mistaken. Thank you, Jimmy. I wish Diane Burke was at this table.
If a woman had been with, let's say, 30 men, right?
Yeah.
Sounds alarming when you say 30 men. But let's say she's 50. 30 men over 50 years is not a lot for average. That means she was probably averaging like 1 to 2 men a year. That's not a hoe. She's 20, she's been with 30 men. Now that's a difference. I ain't looking at it the same. I'm sorry. I ain't looking at it.
I'm different.
You 20, you done been with 30. You 50, you done been with 30. That's a big freaking difference.
What about you 20? You've been with 30 though.
That's where that double standard comes in. It's
that's
okay for you guys.
He said that's
what I said. Women really judge men off their past.
I don't think we judge men off the numbers.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the numbers, but we do judge y'all based on the caliber of women that y'all associate with.
So you don't know the numbers. You don't want
the numbers. But if you're telling me,
y'all judge us off
the type of woman that you do. Not the number.
So she a bad woman. She a bad woman.
The number, you can tell me the numbers. I'm like, okay, well, you with me now. All them numbers don't extend past me. I'm good. But the caliber, the type of women that you're telling me. So if you are dealing with hood chicks your whole entire life, or you dealing with chicks that have drama in their life, sing the song for Ring. You know what I mean? If you're dealing with those type of women, anything in my eyes, anything that could bring trauma or drama and mess up what I have built, then I'm looking at you like, let's have this conversation. Can they still be are they still part of your life? Can they still bring that forth to me? Because when I don't have to fight, I have family members to fight for me. So I just need to know, do I need to rally up the troops? Do I need to do something? Because women, we do look at the type of women that y'all have associated in the past. The number count, but the types. If you are always with women that associated with drama, trouble, in my mind, you are that same like spirits trap like spirits. So if you are with somebody, and this is not, and I'm not saying 1 or 2, okay, 1 or 2 bad people, she slipped up, whatever. But this is every single woman that you have dated up to me. Now I'm like, well, what attracted you to them? And then what was the attraction?
So what if it's vice versa and it's the woman dating men like that? Can we not judge y'all on that?
You can. However, a woman is always going to date the same type of men. If you notice,
it's true.
It's a pattern. I think it's a pattern. It's a pattern.
Women date fuck boys when they young. They date grown men when they get older.
Well, do men do it?
Yes, we like them ratchet bitches when we do. This is what it is.
Yeah, I can.
I think but that's the difference. Y'all may be like, oh, like Kareem said, y'all not looking at the average. Y'all looking at the amount of women. Whereas women, we looking at the types.
Okay. I agree with you.
I mean, how y'all feel about that? See,
let me ask you a question, Sissy. If you meet a woman and all she dated was bum dudes, do you not look at her differently than a woman that dates good men? Mm-hmm. Like she, on average, she dated nothing but bum dudes. Mm-hmm. So then when she get with you, now she got standards. You not gonna side eye her?
Yeah.
Because your whole history is bum ass niggas. So why you got all these standards?
Like
what? Where did the upgrade come from?
Right.
Right.
When did that upgrade?
That's what be kissing us men.
Yeah, that's where it is. Like where did that upgrade?
Tyrone was slapping. I'm taking you out to eat,
So you don't want to say you went from pizza rolls to steak.
That's where you basically went from.
Okay.
And then women are the same. Like, what did I bring to, like, what attracted me if you always been dealing with these hood chicks that cause drama and out there fighting over stupid stuff, but I'm out here in my master's degree, I own a house, I have a business. When did you wake up and say I needed an upgrade?
From experiences. He never experienced it before, so now that he is experienced, it's like, wow.
Then why do I have to be a guinea pig?
You don't have to be a guinea pig, but you're the one that, like, if I've been dealing with ratchet women and I'm starting to date you and you're totally different, why is that a bad transition?
It's not, but do you understand where the side eye come from? Where I'm like, these are the type of women you dated in the past.
Yeah, but how is he treating you? If he's treating you like, if I'm yelling at you because I'm used to being in toxic relationships, so I'm the one that's yelling and fighting and coming at you all day, every day. If I'm choosing you because you're different than what I'm used to, why is that a bad thing? Why am I getting the side eye when I'm not? I can understand if I was projecting that energy, that bad energy onto you, but if I'm like being a perfect gentleman and I'm told you like, yeah, I dealt with this girl, and you know this girl's drama and toxic and bad, but I dealt with her, but I'm not giving you that energy. You're not a guinea pig. You're the opposite. Like, I don't get
in the beginning, I think that's where the side eye goes up. Because now I'm looking at the different types. Not saying we can't work through it, but now I'm just like, now I'm asking, now you done came up. I got a whole bunch of questions now. Like, well, why her? Well, what made you leave her? Or what? And the way you treated her, do you know you can't treat me? Like, that's what all these other follow-up questions is going to come. Whereas Kareem said, y'all may look at the numbers, and now y'all doing numbers and averages.
Yeah. I mean, but you're the better woman. I think then women see that too. Like, you can be dealing with all these fuck boys, and then you get with me, and you're like, oh my god, there's real men out here. This is a real man. I'm wanting and willing to do whatever I can to keep this man happy because I want it. Why would I give her a sideline because she gets to deal with fuck?
You start to realize potential in those situations, either whoever you are in that situation. Like, either if you're the one that's dating up, like, oh, I never knew there were real restaurants with tablecloths.
Yeah. There's no $1. There's no $1.
Right. You know, get down 5 stars, go to Corral. Not going to bring you outside. So it's just,
Right.
you start to keep over your eyes.
Yeah.
And so I think that's something we look for in our mates, is for them to open our eyes in some way. Hopefully it's not that big of a difference.
Right.
But
can y'all move past the difference?
yeah, you can move past it, but you gotta, I guess, get past that. Like, make sure it's genuine.
Yeah.
So after that, because I definitely want to expose my person to something they've never been exposed to. Because just in case she was prison draws in wherever she was from, now that I don't see her as prison draws, I'm trying to take her somewhere else. I'm trying to elevate her in a different way.
Right. Yeah.
That's good.
You like that?
I like that. That's really good.
An elevation? Okay. So let's talk about when it comes to we're gonna put that on a plaque. You're going to
Elevated. What kind of walk around and draw like
So when it comes to one of the questions that's being thrown out there is, do men judge when it comes to finances in the house?
Do men judge? I better go because I'm different. I'm gonna be different from 100 to 100.
So, for me, do I judge on finances? Yes. I think just going back to another episode that I was on, where they was talking about you grown. Like, you had to do little stuff, make appointments, pay your phone bill. You had to learn to pay at some point rent, lights, insurance, car. So hopefully somewhere in there there was a statement and an idea, there was a plan, a future of what you want it to be. So execution will be the second part.
Come on, BA. We know you ready.
I am more of helping help. I want to be the person that pays majority of the bills. I want to be the person who takes more of that financial impact than my wife. Simply because that validates me as the man of the house. Yeah, I'll look for that validation. If we're living together, I'm going to take more of that financial impact than my wife. Simply because, man, that validates me as a man. Me being a man and me being who I am, I need to be that person. I need to be that person she looks up to, not at. You know what I mean? I don't know what to be like saying she should already know her same man. So again, right, when it comes to finance, if I am that person, I'll be able to move that way.
So no joint accounts.
No, I'm leaving joint accounts.
Your own account.
I'm leaving my own account.
Mary? Not cracking it back. You said.
That need be Aisha. That's what you said. I don't believe that just because you paying most of the bills is going to be able to make you feel like the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? Because you are the man of the house regardless.
What makes you the man of the house?
But as long as you ain't no bum and not good. If you a bum, you classify as a bum. Simple. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I feel like, okay, we're going to take it here. Okay, we're going to take it.
Say it with your chest, man.
Alright. So, a man, okay, as a man, you're going to do your part as being a man, financial, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like, as the question goes, it's always, you know what I'm saying, well, the man, he's supposed to do this, he's supposed to do that, he's the man. He's the man. Okay, you hear that, right? I'm going to say back in, what was it, 19... Was the 50s, 40s when they fought for equal rights? You know what I'm saying? When they equal, was it back then? Back they fought? You know what I'm saying? So they fought for equal rights. Let's not,
Let's not best that.
let's. We equal. We equal. Of course, the man is going to take the big part, whatever. But let's not make it like, oh, I'm paying 95% and you paying your 35 on cell phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight talk. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, let's not make it like that. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're saying. Correct me if I'm wrong. You are saying you are the epitome of head of household.
Yes.
You are saying that you are the head of the household, you are to take care of everything, and the woman takes care of the tedious stuff.
I'm going to always pay my mortgage.
And the other. So you're saying that what the ideal of men of the household in women's eyes, you're saying that's what you are.
Yeah. You know, you can tell laughing. You can tell a lot from a man, right? Like you and your woman go out to dinner, right? Would you ever let her pay for you?
What you mean?
Would you let your woman pay for dinner?
Yeah, why not? Whoa. It's a big difference of you just letting her pay and y'all treating each other. Me and my wife treat each other. Most of the time, I pay. But if she offers to take me out and pay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But we treat each other like facts. Like, I don't just, when we go in a restaurant, most of the time, I know I'm gonna hand my car cash. And if she said, hey baby, I want to take you out, you know what I'm saying? It's on me. I'm gonna let her. You gonna tell your woman no, you ain't paying for me. Yeah.
CC, you sound like something more like go back to you.
So much. So much. So much. So much. But in this, what y'all talking about right now, me and my woman, it wouldn't matter because why? We got one pot here. It is, and in the pot, outside the pot, let's say this is everybody else. Nobody knows what goes in the pot.
Right.
If I'm putting 5,000 and she's putting $100, doesn't matter. This is one goal. So outside it doesn't. If he pay for it, if he pay for it, you pay for it.
It doesn't matter because y'all using it hard.
But we're so stuck. You see how we're stuck on that. I'm talking about the image, the perception of
The image, man.
Let's get perception. There's no perception of you being the person in charge.
Let me tell you something. I'm a real man. I'm a real man. REAL. You know what I'm saying? I know where I stand. So let's take it back to the paying for the food. That ain't gonna make me no less of a man, bro. It's not gonna make me less of a man for my woman paying for me.
I guess it's just a different mentality.
It's really not. It's more of when you do. First of all, when you do stuff like that, and you say stuff like that, right? Oh well, I'm going out. My woman ain't paying for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Some women like to treat their man. Some women like to treat their man every now and then. Why should they treat me different? Because look, no. You rubber feet. No.
BA has more elevation. BA has more of a traditional mindset, whereas the man does everything and the woman don't do that.
Yeah, that's too down.
But here goes with that traditional mixing with that new age stuff you was talking about earlier. That you say you like traditional, but you also like that new age stuff. But it's like you pick and choose where the traditional part and the new age meet. Because in my eyes, here's the thing: I've been in relationships when I wasn't the breadwinner, and I've been in relationships when I was the breadwinner. And I treat my man no less for what. It doesn't matter if I'm the he's still the man in my life. However, when we go out, if I want to treat my man, I'm going to treat him. If I want to buy, when I'm shopping in my little, don't judge me, but I may be shopping with him too. So it's like, it depends on your love languages, on your love language. And my love language is words of affirmations, and I give gifts. I'm very visual with it. So I don't have like, oh, well, my man has to be the only person who does it. No, I got to show him too. It goes both ways.
Me and BA are alike, but here's where me and BA is different. I believe in letting a woman cater to me. Now, BA don't believe that a woman buying is catering.
Yeah.
You see it as, if you're catering to me, cook for me, rub my feet, massage. To me, a woman buying me a gift or treating me out somewhere is just as equal as catering. Because she's not doing it all the time. She's doing it once in a while. But I'm the same as BA. I want to be doing 90% of it all the time. Pretty much 95.
I think that's how we balance it. Men look for validation, women look for attention. Women want, positive reinforcement, positive attention. Hey, they want that touch, that kiss, that, hey, baby, you look beautiful. Men want that. That man is my man. Like, he is the man. Like, there's no, and then we go back to, like, the breadwinner situation. Even if my woman was the breadwinner, there's no way that I could sit back and allow that to happen. I work 4 jobs. It would be so bad because of my mentality that something would have to give. Like, she would have to quit. She would have no. She would have to quit. But our life, our life probably wouldn't be as good because I feel like I would have to do X, Y, and Z to keep up with her. Or I would go to my woman and say, invest in me.
Why do you want to keep up with your woman? Let me tell you.
How would you let your woman outdo you as a...
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You know, nowadays, right? A lot of women make more than they men. Because nurses, a lot of women make more than they men. So what are you gonna do? What you mean when you still gonna be the man? You're still gonna be your man. You're still gonna be a man and be like a husband, boyfriend, whatever. You're still gonna be a man. Just because a woman makes more does not make you less of a man. That's what y'all gotta understand. It does not make you less of a man. It don't.
Could it be that because at this time that I might be higher up in finances or whatever, could it be that it was a reason why we together? Because now I'm here to show you how to come up, or now I'm here to say like, hey babe, you're doing this, the way you've been doing it is okay, but let me show you a different way so you can come up, and then that way you might elevate me. However, at that moment, you would need to be comfortable in the fact that I'm at that moment, I'm higher than you, and I may have to take on more of a role, but it doesn't mean that you're less than me.
Right. I think as a man, and this is just my opinion, because I'm between Mario and BA.
Okay.
But I'm more leaning towards BA. But I get what Mario is saying. I think a man's job so already have the table set. The table is set when a woman walks into the situation. The only thing she can do is just add little accessories to the table. Because whether she's here or not, my table is already set. My table is not dependent on what she does. Anything in a relationship. Of course. She's just adding to it, sprinkling stuff to it. That's it.
But then on the other hand, what if the woman table is already set too?
My table will be bigger. That's why I got shit over there. Yeah. But I promise you my table will be good.
When your table is set and she's just bringing
Trinkets.
trinkets,
Mm-hmm.
does that make her more replaceable?
It depends on what she added to the table.
Depends on who you are as a man, too. Like,
Because let me tell you something, I can have my whole table set, but I don't know how to decorate it right. As an analogy.
mm-hmm.
So if I got the right woman that know how to do the decoration right, why would I get rid of her? She's valuable to me.
Yep.
She knows how to do something I don't know how to do to that table that I already set. I might know how to set the whole table, but I don't know how to cook the meal right.
Yeah.
She's a value to me because she comes to that table and cook the meal together right. So she's not replaceable because she's added to the table that's already set. It's something that I don't know how to do on my table that's already set that she has to.
Okay, let me ask you a question, right? Because we talking about, money and all this. Like, let's say like you say you middle class, you doing your thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
$150,000 a year. A lot of people don't make that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you making $150,000 a year, but your girl, she's making $200,000 a year. Is it still a problem?
No, it ain't no difference in that. When you break that down, like somebody that's making, and I'm gonna bring it down even lower. Somebody that's, I just heard this on the news.
Let's say she making $250,000.
No, let's break it down even lower. Let's bring it down to working middle class, because this is what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
And I just heard somebody say this the other day. There's no difference in a woman that's making $60,000 to $70,000 and a man that's making $40,000 to $50,000. Baby girl, you might as well go ahead and wife or be in a relationship with them. Because at the end of the day, what are you talking about? You got a little bit more money to go get by the time you start getting your hair done, nails done, all your little women products, that $70,000 is going to be just as equal to that $50,000. And that man, he might be a greater saver and better money manager than that $50,000. So even though he's making $50,000, he's making almost to the $70,000 or $80,000. So when you got a $30,000 to $50,000 difference, it's not that big of a difference. It's a difference where it's like a $50,000 to $100,000 difference. I'm making $150,000, she's making $70,000. Don't come over here talking this shit. That's what you gotta have, and that's as a woman too. You gotta have that mentality. If you are making double what you're making, now you're not gonna come over here and just try to start running stuff. But now if it's just like a 30 to 50,000, we basically make the same thing. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, I think it's more of a. I think we're getting more caught up on like the financial aspect versus the mental aspect.
You started it, fool.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're getting caught up on like the money part of it. Like a woman making more. I said that's fine. If my woman makes more than me, that's fine. But what I'm saying is the mental part of it. I cannot sit back and be okay with that. I'm going to have to set my goals higher to now at least equal or supersede her. I'm hearing guys saying that if my woman makes that much, I'm okay with that. I'm saying my mentality will not allow me to sit back and be okay with it. I'm going to have to go work harder, more. I'm going to say, babe, listen, I got a plan. I want you to invest in me and I'm going to give you back tenfold. Trust me as your man, invest in me and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to sit back and be complacent and be okay with it. My mind, my brain, everything that I've been taught will not allow that to happen. Some men can be like, I'm okay. I'm going to go to work and she going to go to work and she going to make more and it's going to be okay. My brain, my mentality, me being that dominant male won't allow me to sit back and say it's okay. I have to do more.
Yes, you have to. You say you have to do more. Okay. But let's say like I said, you just want to please put it out there. Like, say you do make money. You make real good money.
Mm-hmm.
But and I'm gonna say she's making 150 because your mom said, I know you. She making 150. Right? Now you sit there and you got a really, really hard job and you bring in really, really good money. You know what I'm saying? But you say now I gotta do more to make more than her. And you already have a really, really hard job that you do, a really hard job. And now you trying to do more, putting way more strain on your body just to show that you the big dog.
Yes.
Just to show you the big dog.
Yes.
But also can turn around and put strain on a relationship.
Yeah. You can.
I said it could. I said that's a possibility.
With that mentality that I gotta meet or exceed, could you really accept money from her? Of course. I mean, but you wouldn't let her pay for dinner. But you rather invest in you.
Exactly.
That's an investment. And things you spend is accessories.
Dinner $1,500.
I'm talking about necessity.
No.
Guess I might start as invest in me because invest in me, I have to start my own business.
Yeah. Teach me how you got to where you got, babe. How can I get to where you're at, sweetie? I feel less of a man because my woman makes more. So what have you done to get where you're at?
So is the investment more so knowledge or money?
It could be both.
Because
Why do you feel that's so bad?
just based on this conversation, I don't see you let her say, I elevated you. I don't see you.
Because of our times that might happen.
I definitely will.
So you would let her say that so when you got your own business and it's elevated, you okay with saying I did that? I elevated.
I'm definitely okay with saying my woman is the reason I'm here today.
So so it's okay because you're saying that, but can she say that?
No.
Oh,
see, that's what she would say. You can say that. You can say my woman elevated me, but I couldn't say that I did that.
But why would your woman want to?
Because she's bragging. She's bragging on. I'm like, oh my God, I helped my man do that. We doing this. We in here ride or die. Like, that's what we do.
But I've never heard a good woman talk like that.
Neither.
Michelle Obama
Never.
is the backbone and the reason.
I don't see that as bragging about myself.
Michelle Obama, it is well documented that Michelle Obama is the reason why Barack Obama
Took care of that man his entire
She took care of him, helped raise him. Have you ever heard Michelle Obama come out and say she's the one that got Barack to where he?
But why can't she?
No.
But why can't she say, or can she
Because
say,
a good woman just don't do
but it's
that.
okay for him to say that.
Who's the
Because he's giving validation to his woman, saying this is a good woman that helped raise me. But you're not gonna say
That better understand.
you're not gonna have Michelle Obama like, yeah, I got that nigga up to the
But look at
No, she's not gonna say that. She's not gonna say that.
Said like that.
I can
That's what I'm
understand
saying.
that.
It'll be said out of,
No, it doesn't matter how you say it. She never once ever came out and said that, and that's why she knows that would look bad on him as a man.
Yeah, that's
to say your woman took care of you. Your woman.
But we already know that.
Right.
She's the one that was in Harvard doing well, helped him with his grades, took care of the kids, helped him. We know that. But she don't have to say it.
Yeah.
Because now she's just making him look shitty as a man, like going around talking about it. It speaks for itself. She don't have to
I
talk
was
about it.
saying, you still should also feel less of a man if you make less than you want. Don't feel less of a man. You can do more or whatever, but don't feel less of a man, especially if you're doing what you got to do.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that's the wrong terminology. Maybe I should have said you need to put goals in place to get where you want.
It's all right. You say it like that.
Maybe you're right. It's the word.
The wording.
You're right. What I meant to say was I will make sure that I will get to where my woman is at or more.
Well, that sounds a lot better. But me,
I would feel bad. My woman, like women sit here, you just said you wouldn't want a bum ass guy. What equates to a bum guy? Okay, he's great sex. He's emotionally crying. You both crying, watching Lifetime together. He's there as a friend, but you go out and pay all the bills, or pay majority of the bills. You don't consider him a bum. I'm asking you, as an independent woman who has been a breadwinner, is that man? Are you still a breadwinner in your relationship?
No, not breadwinner.
So when you were the breadwinner in that relationship, what ended that relationship?
It wasn't the fact that I was a breadwinner. It's just that, it was the constantly not having the same path, the same goals. So yeah.
Same thing.
Then you have to, and when that comes with that communication in the beginning, like we need to have some kind of common goals. So if my goal is to continue to elevate what I'm already doing, because this is not going to be where I'm going to be for the rest of my life. In so many years, this is what I'm going to do. If you have no goals to elevate what you're doing, then we're not for each other.
Basically, you don't want a man who makes less, or is not aspiring to make more.
Goals and finances are different.
What's different about that?
So a man can make less
in a relationship.
It doesn't.
Personal. Come on.
In a relationship.
Combined.
In a relationship, I do not look down on my man if he makes less than me, because I know at any moment those tables could be turned.
So you're making $1 million a year. He's still making $50,000. You're not gonna see that black man right there who's making the same amount or more than you as a potential prospect.
But is he goal oriented? Is he trying to do more in his life? Is he trying that investment part? Am I investing in him to do more, or is he like, okay, well, I'm good up here flipping burgers and being a manager at Mickey D's? There's a difference. It's a difference. You have to aspire to do more.
He's like, I want to be the manager of Mickey D's.
If you're already the manager, then my goal to you is, why can't you franchise this?
Okay, so
why can't we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these?
But if his goal is not that,
we're not.
What about his goal doesn't equate to finances? That's what I'm saying. Like, if his goals don't equate to finances, then you still look at him as that man in your life.
He's still a man, though we might not have a king.
he's not a man in your life.
He's not a man in my life.
Because as soon as that guy
because
up in the Bible,
he's on my. No, I don't do that. No, that's totally something. Now you talk about materialistic stuff.
Remember the movie Think Like a Man? And Taraji went on board that was a cook. He was broke, but he had dreams and aspirations. Dreams and aspirations don't pay bills. Goals, you can have a goal that's gonna take you 20 years, and that was her problem with him. She did not want to stay.
You talking about alimony?
No.
Think like a man.
Think like a man. She was with my boy, the light skinned dude with the blue eyes.
Yeah.
He, just like Aisha said, who didn't want to make a lot of money. He had goals and aspirations. What did she tell him? That ain't gonna pay no bills. So yeah, it sounds nice to, and you can't invest in potential. That's my thing to everybody. Somebody could potentially have a goal to be the greatest person in the world and still fall short. And now what you gonna do?
That's where communication comes.
So that you gotta look at the reality of the situation. Just because a person got goals and inspirations does not mean that they ain't still an investment.
Okay. So we gonna talk about alimony.
No, you brought up album.
Yeah, I was saying so talk about
Acrimony.
Okay, so just like
That's another one.
Just like in that
another example.
like that situation, he
was below.
And he had a bunch of goals, but look how long it took, right?
But
15 years.
But then sometimes it's better to wait. Because look what happened. You know what I'm saying? He became that $150, $200 million man, you know what I'm saying? And gave her 10 times much more than she ever had. You know what I mean?
But she left him.
And she left him. She left him before he got, you know what I'm saying? Because the sisters was all in her ear and like, man. You blame her? Huh? You blame?
I just don't see a lot. I don't.
got lucky that.
And I'm not. It's no knock to women, but I don't see a lot of women waiting around with broke men with dreams.
I understand.
That's not real.
There's a difference. Okay, broke means you're not working.
No, broke means you broke. Like you pay all your bills and you ain't got no money left to do nothing with your girl.
Broke means not work. To me, if I see that you can help me come up and I can help you come up, and I'm willing to be there, then let's do this together. Because at the end of the day, when you with somebody, y'all not on the same level.
At the end of the day,
y'all not on the same level. Y'all not always on the same. The table is not always set.
It ain't.
It's not always set.
But it should be.
It should be, but that's not reality. It's not always set. So the question is, are you willing to be with somebody who can build, either that person already has the table set and you adding trinkets, or y'all building the table together? Is where it comes down to.
As the old heads say, there's no romance without fondness. That's the grandparents say, and that's where I won't go with.
That's true.
So when we think about as far as dating and relationship, do y'all feel like there's a difference? Do y'all feel court? Do y'all know what courting is? Do y'all still court?
Of course.
What's court?
Courting is dates. Movie nights.
Those are basketball court.
Dating. That's all. As a man, that's what we want to do.
Do you still court? Do you believe courting still exists?
Yes, but I think life gets in the way.
Yeah.
So even if I would want to court as much as I want to, life, work, kids, just health, this other stuff gets in the way. But it's important. I love courting.
You think courting still exists?
Yeah.
So guys, we're coming up to the end of our show. We have a social media question. The social media question for the panel for today is, how do you define being a man, and what advice would you give to a younger king that's coming?
Activity number one. Okay. Right. I mean, I would say a man has a plan, a vision for his family. He has executed that vision. There's a stability that comes through that man for his family. To the younger man, I would say learn as much as you can, save as much as you can, do as much as you can while you're young.
A man takes care of his responsibilities
Always.
as a man. You walk with your head down, keep your chin up, and don't make excuses. No excuses of the man.
A man is a mentality mixed with action. As a man, you need to, as a younger man coming up, the first thing you need to do is set your parameters on how you want to dictate and what you want to be in life. You need to set goals. You need to set morals that you do not go against. And you just build yourself up. You look for ways to be independent and pave out your own path versus leaning on other people to help you make those decisions.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for coming and joining me today on Sex and Mentality. As you can see, you never know what comes out of our mouths. So please join us next week because you never know what the topic is going to be. And we will see you once again for Sex and Mentality with Aisha.